topic, and probably the thing I do the most research on, just love it, even at 46 years old, and I love going back every day. First and foremost, there is no carbon copy standard, stance, back position, anything, okay? Every kid is different, every kid will succeed with different types of things. Our goal is to make sure we're getting moving all in the right places, and when he's making contact, by then everything's going to be pretty similar. But how he gets there doesn't have to be one standard setup, okay? When we were younger, our coaches used to always yell at us, elbow up, get that elbow up. No. If you have your elbow up and you swing well, fine. But if a lot of hitting coaches now are going with a relaxed elbow, which is more of how I hit as well. If the kid even has his elbow down here, that's fine. If his bat's coming through in a good position and making contact, the relaxed elbow actually gives more flexibility, okay? So I actually like that, but if Aaron has his elbow up more than other guys on our team, and Aaron hits well, I'm not going to say, hey, that's not how my style is, so I'm going to change it. It works well. If a kid's hitting well, let's go with that. So that's the most important thing that I hear a lot going to fields is, get that elbow up. It might not feel right to that kid. And getting his elbow up might make him do this. So that's one of the fallacies that carry over from our youth, that if we haven't been around the game as much between when we played to when we're starting to coach again, just to be aware of. The key, though, is that front elbow has to be down. I'm left-handed, so when I'm in my batting position, this elbow is not up here like this. I go to the fields and I see this a lot too. We call this the chicken wing. This will cause that dip very well. We have drills where we have the kids even put a towel or their glove under their front arm to try to keep their hand down, okay? So they're coming in here and swinging. I did not have any dip. I did not have any extend here, and it also keeps their hands inside the baseball instead of making a long looping swing. They get it right with a long looping swing when they're younger, but as they get older, that fastball is going to go past them. One of the things I use for our players if they have trouble dropping their hands and getting under the ball is I have them use their shoulder to keep them from doing that. Another fallacy that I hear a field is if before a pitch, a kid's got his bat on his shoulder, and yelling at him to get his bat off his shoulder. It doesn't matter. I've hit with my bat on my shoulder for 20 years. The thing with the bat on the shoulder is they just got to be able to move it up a little bit. But we have a couple players that were struggling. They would be here, and they would drop their hands like this. So before the pitch, we had them relax the bat on their shoulder, and when they came from here, the shoulder kind of blocked them from dropping their hands. Again, fine-tuning a person's swing, but not necessarily making them all do the same. Does this work for everyone? Absolutely not. But if it's working for a kid, don't get him, because he's here, to put his hands out here. Okay? So I just like to see well-rounded, looking at different things. These guys here, all three of them hit so different from one another in their batting stances, their batting styles. All three are good hitters. Okay? If they're struggling, I look for something, an adjustment that might help them. Like in that case, we had a hitter last year, very tense. We don't want the bat to be squeezed so hard that if it was, like we used to say, squeezing the sawdust out of the bat in their wood bats. It has to be a relaxed grip. The kid would get up there and he'd be so tense. So we told him, relax, get up there. He would come in, take a deep breath, come up, his bat would be here, the pitch would wind up, he'd go to this position and launch. After that, hit over 350 after not being able to touch the ball back. Why? He just relaxed. A lot of hitting is mental. A lot. A lot of kids go up to the plate saying, I don't want to strike out. Let's just not strike out. I can't strike out. I can't make it out. We really preach as hard as we can, especially to Derek. Can't is not in our vocabulary on our baseball team. As much as possible, we get rid of that. We want the guy to be in the on-deck circle, going up with confidence. I've hit really well before, I got this guy. When you're in the hole or on the bench before you're at bat, you know, maybe just close your eyes for a second and envision that ball coming in and making contact and getting a good hit pre-game that way. I'm a huge believer in the confidence. I think at coaching at the high school level for me, it's more, sometimes it's more than half of my time is coaching confidence as much as coaching skill. In the game of baseball, it is humongous. It's not a game with a lot of success. As we know, a 300 hitter in the majors is considered an outstanding hitter. That means he succeeds 30% of the time. A lot of other sports, you succeed 30% of the time, considered a bad player. So the confidence is important, the psychological part of it. Get your hitters to believe in themselves. That's got to be the starting point right there. With my high school guys, by the time they get to the varsity, all of them have hit at some level. It's getting them to get to that next point where they're going up there believing, I'm good, I'm going to make this play. I like inward cockiness. I don't really like the outward brash stuff. But inward, you've got to believe that you're going to be making this play. So, first and foremost with the hitting, one of the things at a younger age is the grip. When I was younger, they tossed and tried to get the knuckles perfectly lined up. That's okay. I kind of like them in between a little bit. You want the bat to be more in the fingers. You don't want the bat to be in the palm of their hand, okay? Sometimes you'll get kids and they'll have this grip here, okay? They'll come up and they'll grab it and it's all in the palms of the hand. This restricts the bat control they have, and it'll also restrict the whip. A pro major league power hitter can have this grip and do really well. What they're the guys that are not hitting 50 bombs a year are more in line in this way, so they get the ball and they get a little more relaxed grip. This also relaxes your grip too. You see my hands are pretty loose at this moment. One of the things we talked about is that long swing. You really want to get that out of their system. So even during the season, our players will have them take what's called ball swings. They basically take the bat, reach it to their stomach, they'll get in their hitting position, and swing really hard and don't hit the ball. Younger kids, they have to grow into that. But get them to be a little further back. They can all be doing some defense. They come in and they take the swing. But the key thing is to have your hands inside. I used to be with my arms straight before every game, would be in here. So it's got a little bit. But it's a shorter swing, and you're not going to clank it, but that's how you progress. So they can start off being out here, then moving in. That gets them inside the ball. It doesn't create this long casting swing, okay? You want to really try to avoid that. All right. So to prevent the casting thing, we talked about the towel. So, do you want to take a side? I'm going to do it from the side. So, you see his approach. We do soft toss from the side. So he keeps the towel in his front arm. We come in, we front toss it. There you go. See the towel stayed under his arm? And full contact. I want you to notice with Derek's swing, Derek is not, when he makes contact, he's not falling backwards, and he's not all in his front foot. Balance is extremely important in hitting, okay? He has the weight in his back when he's starting, he shifts it, and all his weight is even, and on his follow through. So again, with the towel under. See, you can draw a line that goes straight from the floor up through Derek's forehead. From this position, can you go on your back knee? No. I'm going to mix it up a little bit. This is another drill we do from the side. This helps with hip rotation, getting your hips open early before as your swing starts. You want the hips opening first and the bat following through. We don't want to simultaneously have the bat and the hips open going at the same time. So this helps emphasize that. See how much his hips are rotating? This being on the back knee is forcing him to use his hips and to use that part of his body. That's good. So when I'm explaining the hip rotation, when Derek starts to swing, the pitch is coming, the first thing to open is his hips. See how his hips open up first? And then his bat will come through. When we have some guys that, I think I had you this past week, you were doing some of that, where your hips and your swing were coming together. So we really emphasize some of these drills to get those hips open. Those hips opening, give that motion there is kind of like a rubber band elastic. It like snaps your bat through, okay? And it'll give you more power and it'll allow your base to provide more. A big, strong kid like Derek doesn't hit with just his arms. He hits with his legs, his hips, and his arms. Okay? The legs produce a lot of power in your swing, and that's where we're going to have that little timing, and that's where this comes in handy on the 1D drill. One of my favorite ones is front toss. We don't have a screen here, so I'll do my best to emulate it. Yeah, watch out over here. So what we do is this will be our square, our rectangle screen. We'll have a person behind it. They'll toss the ball in front. So unlike the side toss, which is a nice thing, but this is better because they're getting that front view and they're hitting the ball in front view. So we're trying to hit these up the middle. That's good, perfect. So we'll have a round of this. This is another thing. In the batting cage, we can take half the cage. We put the batter in the middle, and the other batter in the middle, put a screen between them. They each are hitting that way behind the screen, so we can take up space. A good way to test them on their off-speed pitch for that is you hold the ball in the palm of your hand, and you throw it that way, and the ball goes slower towards the batter, so it gets them to work on a changeup. So most of the time we're throwing like this, but then we'll mix in a couple here, and you just pop it up through your hands. I don't know if you've done this morning to know about it. I do it to you guys in here in the cage. Okay. So in the palm of your hand. No, you want to pull it right? Go outside. Go outside. So we mix them in. We'll be here, and then I also can throw some fast. I'll be trying to test them there. All right. So we can come in. Here's a fast one. Here we go. I guess we'll work on that one. We do a lot of that because that gets them a lot of swings out.